Hey guys, it's Justin. It is Sunday night, July the 5th, and I wanted to make you a video welcoming you back to the gym in person. We are opening, as you know, for group training. We're reopening for group training this week, starting on Wednesday. So I wanted to come to you kind of virtually, face to face, to welcome you back to Woodshed and to thank you for supporting us over this shutdown, to reintroduce you to the gym, to talk about the things that are changing, the things that are staying the same, and to really just basically go over how we're going to get through this together and how we're going to continue to give you coaching and great workouts through this next phase three that we are all moving into this week. Okay, so um, let me back up. First and foremost, I'm keeping myself on track with my notes on my whiteboard up there. So if you see me looking up, um, that's what I'm doing. So I want to make sure I cover everything. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for two things. First, I want to thank you for continuing to prioritize your fitness during this shutdown. You guys did an amazing job. You hit your workouts in True Coach. You came to our Zoom classes. You came to our outdoor classes. You communicated with me um, when you needed more or when you needed some more direction. You did amazing throughout this time. This was an incredibly weird, difficult, unexpected, of course, time for us all. Thank you for continuing to remind us as a coaching team why we do what we do. It is for people like you who do these workouts and who train the way that we train. You are our reason to exist. Okay. So thank you. Thank you for continuing to prove that. More than that, I want to say thank you for supporting us. My family, my coaches, and I are all very grateful to you for sticking with us during this shutdown. Um, it was an incredibly hard time for many, many small businesses, and we are certainly no exception. And we got shut down for a lot longer than a lot of the small businesses around us. You guys stuck with us. You lifted us up and you allowed us to continue serving you and to continue coaching you and giving you the workouts that we gave you over this time. Um, I can't say thank you in strong enough words. We're so grateful and we're so thankful to you for sticking with us. So thank you. Okay, let's talk about how we're gonna get this done. First thing we want to clarify and we want to talk about is our goals, and there are two goals. The first and most important by far is to keep you, when you come into the gym, to keep you safe and to keep you healthy and to keep you away from each other in the right measure, as dictated by the state. So that is job one. If that's all we do is get you, have you come in and stay healthy and stay safe and keep training and not getting ill, then we're doing our job, and that is the main focus. Okay, as I think it has to be right now. And then below that, but also certainly important, is to reintroduce you to the routine that we have at Woodshed. Strength training with barbells, your squats, your presses, your benches, your deadlifts, your cleans, conditioning with multiple levels, your sport level, your performance level, your fitness level, that 10-15 minutes at the end of class where you're going to get an athletic workout and you're going to work a sweat up and you're going to leave feeling like you did something pretty hard and pretty awesome that day. So that is our second goal: reintroduce you to that Woodshed way of training, reintegrate you into that in a group setting. Okay. So, with those two goals in mind, and again, that safety and that health goal is the primary one, we want to talk about the reality on the table here. This is a new gym. It is going to look different. It is going to feel different. It is going to seem different, especially as we start. The principles are the same, and we'll get to that in a little bit, but it is going to be a new way of doing things. There's no getting around that. And if we try to soft pedal that, or if we try to keep that from being on the table, I think we're all going to be frustrated. There's no getting around it. This is new, and we're not looking back. This is how we're pushing forward. This is, of course, a change that was born of necessity. COVID happened. We decided to shut down a few days before we would have been mandated to, because we thought that was the right thing to do. And it's been almost 4 months, and 4 months is a quarter of a year for a small business to be unable to provide services to a large portion of its community, whether it be personal training and kids classes in person, and of course, um, you know, group classes. It's been devastating. I think it has been for almost any small business that you'll ask. It's been a very, very hard 4 months. We certainly availed ourselves of the assistance that was um, given to us, or that we were allowed to apply for and get. We took advantage of some of that. We had some of you guys were incredibly generous with us, and you know who you are, and we will never forget that ever. Um, but even with all of that, which is not insignificant, this was an incredibly hard time for our business, and we are having to understand that this is a new reality, and we need to do things differently in order to survive and thrive. Um, so let's talk about what that means. Um, we have to handle this like a business. And even more so than before, we have to look at things like covering our costs, making sure that we are covering our overhead, making sure that we are able to pay our coaches the way that we always have, making sure that we're able to uh, have enough to reinvest into the business. We're certainly going to need buy a lot more cleaning supplies. We're certainly going to need to turn equipment over more quickly. That's the reality of the new gym business in July 2020. So we are going to do the best we can, but we need to understand that this is different. And for us to continue to serve you and have you come into our gym and work out with us and get our coaching and be part of our community, we need to survive as a business. And that means rolling with the punches, and that means getting after it in a new way. Okay, here's what won't change: our commitment to kindness, our commitment to strength training with a barbell, our commitment to that 3 levels of conditioning that we talked about. We want everybody that comes into our gym for a group session to be able to lift, to be able to do some conditioning, and of course, warm up and cool down. Okay, that is not changing. It may look different. We may tell you to stand in certain places at certain times of class, and we certainly will. But the philosophy is unchanged. You have my word on that. We're not going to turn into a different kind of a class based gym. We're not suddenly going to put you in boxes and tell you to just do burpees for 45 minutes. We're going to be Woodshed. Okay, that's not changing. It's going to look a little different and feel a little different. Okay, so let's talk about how this is going to work. Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about is the new schedule. We're going to start with this way for a few weeks, see how this works. Like I said in a couple of different emails, we're starting slowly. A lot of you guys, we've had a lot of people drop off. A lot of you guys are also not yet ready to come back into the gym. So we are able to start a little bit slowly in person because based on the feedback we've gotten from you, we kind of have a good idea of how many people are ready to come back in July. So here's what we're going to do. Schedule wise, Monday through Friday, we are going to have 3 classes every day: 7 a.m., 12 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. These classes are going to be 45 minutes long. That extra time you have in an hour class of changing plates and changing heights on racks and bringing bars and weights out to the mat is all gone away. You don't need that. Everybody will have their own station. So we can really get after it for those 45 minutes. That's going to allow us as a team to have some extra time before class to get everything set up for you, and after class to do that kind of 20 to 30 minutes of cleaning that we are going to need to do every single time there's a group in the gym. Um, we will continue to have Zoom classes. We're going to bump those down based on your feedback to 1 class a day from Monday through Friday. We'll get back to you over the next day or two on the exact times for those Monday through Friday Zoom classes. We will also have 2 in-person classes on Saturday, 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. The idea here in the format is Monday and Tuesday's workouts are going to be squat plus conditioning. So you're going to sign up for one time Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday's workouts are going to be pressing movement plus conditioning. Sign up for one time Wednesday or Thursday. Friday and Saturday's workouts are going to be deadlift plus conditioning. Sign up for one time Friday or Saturday. Okay. We are going to use Push Press, which is our billing software, to have you guys do reservations for class. So you will be able to get into Push Press and reserve a slot in class 7 days prior to whenever that class occurs. So this week is a little different because we're starting classes on Wednesday, so you'll get right in. But you'll have 7 days in advance. So if you want to sign up, kind of get your schedule booked in 7 days out, that is totally fine. You'll be able to register or reserve a spot in class until 1 hour prior to the class time. So if you have a class at noon, up until 11 a.m. that day, you can sign up for that class if there's a slot available. We will have what's called a late cancellation, where that's a 2 hour cutoff before class. So let's say if you have a 12 o'clock class, if you cancel after 10 a.m. that day, you will lose that slot. That will count as a class for you, because we need to make sure that folks are not just signing up for classes just to keep a slot for themselves, and then they decide that morning, oh, I can't really come to class. I know that emergencies comes up. I know that things will happen, but this is the right policy to make sure that it is fair for everybody. We don't want people to be taking slots and not using them as a rule. Okay, and I trust that you understand why we have to do that. Each class will have 8 slots. So there'll be 8 slots in every class. And again, based on the numbers we have, that should allow everybody to get 2 to 3 weight workouts a week in the gym. Okay, so 8 slots every class. Everyone will see all of these workouts in TrueCoach. So you're going to see your squat workout, your squat plus conditioning in TrueCoach, your press plus conditioning in TrueCoach, and your deadlift plus conditioning in TrueCoach. You will also see all of the Zoom workouts for the week. So if you can't make a Zoom time, that's fine. You can do that workout on your own. We'll also explore the idea of recording the Zoom classes and maybe putting them up on our YouTube channel. For the folks who are not yet ready to come back to the gym for group sessions, I should have said this earlier. That is okay. I get it. We totally understand. This is an uncertain time. You will continue to have access to all of the Zoom workouts. So keep coming to the Zoom, keep doing those on your own. But if I know you're not ready to come back, and a couple of you have already reached out, I will continue to provide you 2 to 3 workouts in TrueCoach that are customized for you individually. Okay. So that's kind of the big overview. Before you come to class, what you need to do is you need to first make your reservation in Push Press. We're going to include a quick video with this video, a quick 1 minute video from Push Press on how to reserve your slot in class. And then you need to do a couple of things. You need to just make sure you feel well. Okay. We will also include a link to our screening questionnaire that we are going to make sure that we ask you before coming to class, before coming into the building every day. But we ask you to kind of ask yourself that. Have you had a fever over the last 24 hours? You have chills, all of the list of common COVID symptoms are on that screening questionnaire. And those of you that have done personal training with us the last couple of weeks, we've been asking you these questions. Those will also include, have you had an exposure to somebody with COVID in the last 14 days? And this is one that may be the most common, where we need to go with what Massachusetts is saying. Have you traveled outside of the New England states, New York, or New Jersey in the last 14 days? If you have, we are going to ask that you remain out of the gym until 14 days have passed since you got back to Massachusetts. Okay, so I want to put that out there. I've already talked with a couple of folks who I know have traveled. That is what the state is indicating is what they would like people to do upon returning. And as a gym, we are slightly at higher risk, I think, than a business that is primarily outside where people are 30 feet away from each other all the time. So we are going to go with that. That is going to be on our screening form. So you reserve your slot in class. You make sure you are well or you're not exhibiting any symptoms or have had contact with someone before you show up at the gym. When you get to the gym, come about 5 minutes early. What's going to happen is we're going to have you come in the side door one at a time. There will be a whiteboard propped up against the door with all of the screening questions. You must answer no to all of these questions, which are symptoms. Have you traveled outside of those states? Have you had contact with folks with COVID? If you can answer no to every single one of the questions and your temperature, which we will take, is below 38 degrees Celsius, we'll take it with a touchless infrared thermometer. You come in, you're good to go for your training. So you will come in, your coach will assign you a station, one of 8 stations. Keep your mask on, go to your station. Once you are within that station, which they are all bordered by green tape, you are fine to take your mask off. Okay. Here's the flow of class, how it's going to go uh, once we're all ready to go. Um, Let me back up quickly one thing. We want to make sure, come on time, please. That is one small piece that is super important. We want to make sure that we get everyone into the gym, and once we start coaching, we need to have our eyes on you on the floor, who are all you guys who are working out. So we cannot be going over to take temperatures and to bring people in 10 minutes after class starts. We cannot do that. I know there's weird traffic in Littleton. I know that sometimes it's not completely in our control. Get to class on time now more than ever. Super important. Okay, let's talk about the flow of class. This is the literal flow first. We are going to keep the side door open, the one that you usually enter in. Um, we are going to open the garage doors. At the garage doors, we will have two pretty high powered little ventilator. They're shop fans. They are going to be sucking the air out of the building. So the air is going to come in that side door. Those fans are going to pull it out the garage door. There's a very quick turnover. We should turn over all of the air in the space, 4 or 5 times over the course of your 45 minutes. So that's fantastic. We talked with our air conditioning guy. We've kind of seen what's worked for other gyms as well that have been open for a while in states that are kind of like doing well, like Massachusetts, although not as well as we are. So we're going to keep that air going. Okay. Your coach, once everybody's in the building, your coach is going to direct you to certain spots in your station to do that warm up together, 5 to 10 minutes. Then we're going to have, 10, 15, 20 minutes of strength training. Every station has a strength training area and a conditioning area, and they're all alternated. So one station strength area is at a diagonal from the strength area in the station below it, so that when you are lifting, you are going to be about 16, 17 feet, in some cases even more, away from the person in the station next to you. The mandate in Massachusetts is 14 feet or more to exercise without a mask on. Okay. So in order for us to do that, keep you guys not wearing masks while you're training, we've zigzagged so that lifting is separated by a diagonal and conditioning is separated by a diagonal. Your coach will help you out with that. They'll tell you exactly where to go. This I know and I can anticipate is going to be hard because we're going to be telling you when you lift, all right, there's an X down on the ground. That's basically where you're staying when you're lifting. When you condition, there's an X on the ground. That's basically where you're staying, or a little further away. There's some leeway, and we can go over that in person. But generally, if you're on the X when you're lifting and conditioning, you're in the right spot. Okay, and it's our job to give you guys workouts that make that not feel as onerous. That we have variety in movements and variety in protocols, so that we're ready to go. Okay. Um, Bring your phones. The workouts are all going to be in TrueCoach rather than having a big whiteboard where we're also spread out. We're going to ask you and rely on you to look at the workouts in your phone. Okay. Your coach is going to go over that. The coach will talk about the workouts. We'll also have small whiteboards indicating the numbers of each station. We'll probably put the workouts on those as well, but we need you to bring your phones in with you. We also need you to bring everything else in with you. Come dressed to workout. Bring your shoes, bring your notebook, whatever you want to bring in with you comes with you into the station. Okay. But definitely your phones, because that's where you're going to look at, that's where you're going to see the workout whenever you have any questions. The quickest way is just to look at the phone in TrueCoach. Oh, okay, we're doing 5 rounds of this. In terms of the cleaning, each station you will have your own bottle of hand sanitizer. Use that at will. We'll refill it. You will also have near or in each station a dispenser of sanitizing wipes. When you are done with your workout, we will have 3 or 4 minutes at the end of class. We are going to ask you to wipe down everything. with one of those sanitizing wipes. And then when you leave the gym, you will exit the garage door, follow the red arrows, and then follow the red turf out the garage door. There'll be a trash can there. Throw your wipes out on the way out. Okay. After everyone has gone, the coaches will walk around the gym and use a high-powered industrial disinfectant to spray down every area that you guys have been in. That will takes about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to dry, and then we'll let the gym kind of air out a little bit after that as well. So you're doing the start. You're getting some hand sanitizer for your hands, sanitizing disinfectant wipes. They are disinfectant, so you will wipe down equipment that will be clean, but we are going to do a double clean. So the coaches are going to follow behind you with a backpack sprayer. And I think you may have seen a video of Bethany doing that before we shut down. It's like a pesticide sprayer. You put the disinfectant in there and you spray, and it cleans everything. So that is how classes will work. I want to close right now just talking about the changes, the things that maybe we didn't get to yet, and reminders about what's different, what do we need to make sure we're doing or not doing as we push forward. The first thing, kind of already talked about this a little bit, is come dressed to work out. We are not going to have any common areas open. So the bench where usually people sit and change their shoes will be closed off. The notebook area will be closed off. So we want you to sign up to come pick your notebooks up before we get back into the gym. The couch will be closed off. Basically, you are coming in, getting your temperature, getting sent to a station, getting an awesome workout with great coaching, and then heading out the garage door. Unfortunately, and this is all in the paperwork from the state of Massachusetts, we are not able to have any areas where people could possibly congregate. Okay. Like I said, bring your phones, your notebooks, everything. Come dressed to go. Um, Also, come prepared with water. Fill up your water bottle. If you drink water during a workout, bring a full bottle of water with you. The water fountain, the bottle station, will be available in an emergency. So please do not plan to use it. Please do bring a full water bottle. If you do need to fill up your water during a workout, you have to put your mask on because you're leaving your green cube or your green rectangle. You may do that, but we want to keep that to an emergency basis. Same thing with bathrooms. Some of the two bathrooms, one of the sinks in each bathroom is going to be shut off. One of the stalls in the women's room is going to be shut off. So we're only going to have one active stall in each of those places. We want the bathroom to, again, be for emergencies only. So please, do your business before you come to the gym. I don't mean to sound, to be a micromanager, but this is part of the new reality. We want to minimize as much as we can having different areas where we have to go back in and clean, and where we have to possibly expose each other to stuff. So bathrooms for emergencies, one person at a time, of course, and showers and chain. The shower is closed. That's taped off in both areas. The bathrooms you may not use for changing. So that you need to do that before you come to the gym. Again, all of this is in service of being able to keep this as kind of controlled an environment as possible. That makes it easiest for us to clean. That makes it easiest for us to guarantee as best we can that we're keeping you guys safe. Okay. A couple other quick things. We are unable to allow kids to come with you. I know it's the summertime. You may not bring your children with you to a workout. I'm sorry. I know that's a lot. That's happened a lot in the past in the summers. Folks will bring their kids in. They'll sit on the couch. We cannot do that. Only you can come for a workout. And I think, that is that's a matter of safety, and a matter of one person at a time from each household coming into the gym for a group class. You are not going to be able to share equipment during a workout or to change stations with someone during a workout. It is our job as coaches to make sure that you have everything you need to get a really good workout in your station. So we'll be moving things back and forth in between days. Some days the kettlebells will be in there. Some days some slam balls may be in there. You'll probably always have an ab mat in there, but that will look different from workout to workout. But it is our job to provide exactly what you need so that you do not need to switch equipment. And that may mean you're not going to get your favorite kettlebell. We're going to have kettlebells of, there's 53, 44, 35, 26 in every station, but it may not be the one you typically like to swing. This is part of, just rolling with it. This is not going to be perfect. We're going to do a great job. We're going to do the best that we can, but there is absolutely no way that we can be a perfect setting in this new environment. The three exceptions that we will make for equipment switch out are for safety reasons or for form reasons. We know some of you are unable to use a standard barbell when we squat. We will switch out a safety bar for you. What we'll do is you'll tell your coach, I need a safety bar. Your coach will direct you to get it. You will be responsible for cleaning it off when it's done and putting it back into the bar tree. And then the coach will just hit that with the sprayer on their way out. So safety bar, trap bar. I know sometimes there are many people that use a trap bar to deadlift instead of a conventional bar. That's another exception. And then boxes for squatting. So some people definitely need a box squat to keep their squats out of their hips, or I'm sorry, out of their knees and in their hips. We will help you out with that. And again, we'll tell you, go get this one, use it, clean it, turn it back. Those are the only three exceptions. We're not going to exchange kettlebells or different weights on things and that, because then it becomes this whole giant thing that we cannot do in a class right now. We need to make sure that we're getting you safe, good workouts. Okay. So I trust that you understand that we have had to really, and kind of closing this out, we've really had to change the way that we're running a class. There's a lot more rules. There's a lot more control in here. And this is part and parcel of running group sessions in this new environment. I want to close by asking your help here. I know that this is change. Change is never easy. I know that some of this is going to be hard for all of us. Being told, stay on your X when you're lifting, stay on your X when you're conditioning. No, you can't use the bathroom right now because there's somebody in there. No, you can't use the men's room because there's somebody in there. I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be hard to have to reserve classes, to sign up for classes. We've never had to do that. Folks, there's going to be people that don't get exactly the class time that they want because the slots are already taken. I know that all of this is a change. Please, please, if you are struggling with this, come to me directly. Do not try to prosecute these changes in class with your coach while we're trying to give you safe, good workouts. That is not the time to talk about the whys and the bigger issues. Even if I'm the one coaching, we want to coach you. I am open to talk about anything you want, any struggles you are having outside of class. You know how to find me. Send me an email. We will talk. I want to ask you that when you are in the gym, we make it about the workouts, we make it about having fun with each other, and we make it about staying safe. I think that trying to address any of the changes, or if you're struggling with it, class is not the time. We want to be very clear about that. Thank you. So in closing, I'm going to put this video up in a link. I'm going to include kind of cliff notes for this. So this was not 10 to 15 minutes. This was closer to 30 minutes. Sorry, I run on a little bit, but we wanted to make sure we covered everything. Back to the start. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for trusting us to take you these next few steps over these next few months as we get back, hopefully, towards what feels like more of a normal way of doing things here in Massachusetts. Guys, we love you. We are so excited to get you back into the gym. My door is open. Any questions, come talk to me. Okay. Love you all. Grateful for you all. Thankful for you all. And let's get this done. Have a great night.